Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a couple small odd jobs on the car because if you followed the video, like the last video I posted all the way to the end, you would have seen that some bad stuff was happening with the drivetrain and then something else. So anyways, we're going to do a couple small things that we can right now while I try to get figure out what I'm going to do for the other problem. Okay, so the first fix we're going to do is probably about the easiest fix, which is this rad cap is all worn out, and anytime this thing gets up to temperature, it just pushes the spring back and starts dumping coolant out of that hose. I know it's not overheating because it's like as soon as it gets hot, like it doesn't sound like driving around a little bit. It's like idling, gets a bit warm, gets kind of hot, just starts dumping. So I was able to get this rad cap here, actually off of we replaced a bunch of stuff on a customer's car the other day, and including this because there's a bunch of like coolant system stuff, and then we were just gonna throw this out. So it's gonna be better than the one I have on there right now. So we just fucking snagged that guy and we're gonna put it on, because if we're gonna throw it out anyways, I might as well get it onto my car, right? Boom. First task, done. Yeah, so these lug nuts, these tapered lug nuts need to be collared ones. And they're held on by like maybe 2-3 threads tops. So, yeah, if you didn't watch the last video, you should go ahead, watch it all the way to the end, so you can see what happened. You can probably guess, but might as well see it. Why not, right? You gotta pull all these little tabs off of the, Well, there's some form of grease in there. I really don't. Almost looks like molasses. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, there is nothing left of this shoe at all. It's like that on both sides. So, like both left and right and left. Anyways, so kind of what my plan is, because I don't really have the money for new brakes, is I'm going to take the back brakes, because they are good. I'm going to take the back brakes and put it onto the front, put the fronts onto the rear, and then when I do have the funds to, I'll change out the rear brakes for new ones. Just trying to, you know, get by. Anyways. Okay, something else we're doing while the front's off the ground is these crusty old tires are gonna get replaced. They're 245/60/14s, and I got a set of, or I guess two 205/70/14s I'm gonna be putting on the front. They're also old, but not as old. They're not as weather cracked or anything like that. Like, they're actually in pretty good shape. These, I believe, were put on the car probably last time it was on the road, which was about 44 years ago. So, yeah. And they're gonna be a little skinnier than these guys right here. Make them look a little bit better. So, yeah. Okay, so this is how they ended up looking. These are the new, see, bit skinnier. Cleaned up the wheels a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, I think that's gonna be great for the fronts, because I know those old ones probably would have just disintegrated once I got up to highway speed. So if we can make it up to highway speed, these guys should hold up. Okay, so pretty much what we're gonna do here is just drop the transmission pan and check it out, because I'm pretty sure the transmission is screwed. It's leaking out of every orifice, and it's I'm having to like slam into the throttle to get it engaged. So what I'm expecting is there's going to be just a heaping sludge layer of clutch packs in the bottom. And if that's the case, then we're gonna try to see if we can't find a replacement for it. Okay, so what we gotta do here is we're gonna remove all the bolts except for one and see if we can't get it to drain out nicely into a pan. Oh yeah, that's fucking boring now. Okay, well, I don't know how well you guys can really see that, but there is literally chunks of clutch in here. Like, they're just friggin' disintegrated. And that's metal, I think. Yeah, there's like feels like hard chunks of metal in there too. You can see those chunks there. I really do not want to rebuild this transmission. Yeah, like just chunks of crap. So I think what we're gonna have to do is call up a wrecking yard in Soyuz. I've seen they have some old stuff in there. Maybe I'll be able to get my hands on a 2-speed power glide that I can replace this with. Yeah, the clutch packs are just disintegrated in here. Get my hands on another 2-speed power glide that I can put in here and actually drive it this summer. This is friggin' brutal. See all the chunks in there? That is ridiculous. Okay, hey guys, we're back. It's about, what, like a week later? Yeah, it's about a week later. And I was able to source myself out a Turbo 350 transmission here that I'll give you guys a better look at in a sec, for $550, so pretty darn good deal for what it actually is. It was kept in great shape by an older fella that the Red Seal, or one of the Red Seals of the shop that I work at with, one of his buddies had it sitting on a shelf in a heated garage, so it's in darn good shape. Got it for a good deal. I'll give you guys a better look at it here. Yeah, so as you can see, it's been kept nice and clean. All the seals were taped off. The hoses were crimped. That way nothing was getting in there. Dipstick tube comes with a kickdown cable and a yoke just keep fluid in. I'll have to give the yoke back, but it came with a torque converter too. That was all taped up and good. So what we're gonna do is try to get this crusty old transmission over there dropped and get this bad boy in. First things first, what I want to do is get this transmission pan back on. That way you can put the jack against it and lower it down. Like that. Take this old gasket off. Transmission cooler lines next. So here I proceed to fight with these transmission cooler lines, trying to get them off the transmission without twisting a line or something, until I realize that that's probably not going to happen unless I actually, use my brain and spray them down with some penetrating lubricant or rust breaker kind of stuff. So yeah, that's basically me just struggling for no reason. Okay, as usual for any Canadian car, excuse me, everything underneath is just seized to shit. So I sprayed it down with a bunch of rust breaker penetrating lube stuff, whatever. And I'm just going to get the bolts out of the back of the block, and then I'll come down and work on the torque converter bolts, because I've already had all that stuff out from changing the engine. So should come out fairly simply, and then I'll get down and get the stuff at the bottom. So I'm going to leave the bottom two bolts on, the bell housing, just so when I go under there, nothing happens. Just, you know, safety and whatnot. Nothing should happen, but, you know, I was already told by my boss that if he comes in and I'm hugging the transmission all night, then I'll be in fucking shit. And I need a place to work on my car at the moment. So... fucking 14 ratchet would probably work good on that. There's enough room. I don't know why the hell I'm using this thing. I got all the bell housing bolts out now. So, back under the car, we're going to get the torque converter bolts out. And then see if that penetrating lube did anything to the cooler lines and the transmission crossmember mount thing. Yeah.
It's friggin' hot out today. It's sweat rolling down my eye. Weirdly enough, this flywheel and torque converter, a nut and a bolt, not just a bolt that goes into a threaded torque converter, which I thought was kind of odd, but that's what it came with. So yeah, kind of interesting. Chevy straight six that came in a Canadian Pontiac. Interesting stuff. Oh yeah, that's the torque that's the torque converter bolts there. Snip this cord I was using for a kickdown cable. See if I can't get these cooler lines out, because if not, I really don't want to replace them. We're gonna be kind of screwed. So yeah. Okay, so I ended up just cutting the transmission cooler lines because they were twisted. I couldn't get them off without destroying them, so I just cut them to make it a little quicker. I took that off camera just because I was getting a little bit fed up with it. So now we're going to take off the shifter thing on my bobber. Yeah, man. Found him. Okay, so that should pop off. That way. There we go. That's disconnected. Torque converter's disconnected. Let's get this cross member off here. Get this cross member off, and then should be good to drop it. I'm gonna need the impact gun for that one. Son of a bitch. The better bolt remover. Okay, I think I'm just gonna skip all the BS. Just do the same on the other side. Transmission has finally been dropped. Oh. And I'm not gonna be able to get it out. The car needs to go up. Let's see. Okay, well, I don't know if this is gonna be all for the episode or all for today or whatever, because that was a pain in my friggin' rumpus. But I want to go home and eat some food. See you later, guys.